I'm gonna post the rules. If you hear like in the backdrop, it's my fan again. It's hot again today. Was so disappointing. I saw the stream avatars. I had an update. I updated the software and it still forces itself in full screen and I can't do absolutely nothing about that. So welcome to the stream. For those of you who are new, I'm Shiro. And basically what I do during the stream is I talk about what I did artistically the week and or Saturday prior. I mostly avoid eye contact with the camera because I got ADHD and I can't help it. And then after I'm done with that, I'm going to spend the next hour and a half, 2 hours complaining while I'm drawing my weekly webcomic Bootleg cookie. I see we have one person on stream. Hello, one person. So what I did artistically this week is I'm going to pass it fast. So if you want to see what I've been working on, pause. I know it's live now, but there's going to be an archive on YouTube, so pause. So basically, yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been playing with my marker airbrush. Of course, I've got the Copic air gun, but I've been playing with this more universal one. I know it works with Copics. It works with Ohuhu markers. I think it works with Olos. Give me just 1 second to see if they fit. I forgot. I don't use my Olos often because I have a very limited palette of them. But yeah, it's literally, it was like around $30, $40. I got it on AliExpress. It's basically a rechargeable, I think this is micro USB or just mini USB. Or USB-C. I don't know. But it's a rechargeable portable air tank. Pop. Oh yeah, it fits. The YOLO markers fit. I don't know if I would airbrush with the YOLO markers, if only because the chisel nib is so tiny. It would be a fun experiment to attempt. YOLO markers, of course, which are completely not sponsored, which are completely customizable. I cannot stress how not sponsored I am. If somebody wishes to sponsor me, however, you're more than welcome. So basically the fun thing about YOLO markers is that this is the base marker. They are not cartridge based, they are tank based. Hey, come on. So basically this is the marker. Now it looks small, but like I said, it's tank based. So this is all quote unquote water here. This is all liquid. It's not a pad like a regular alcohol marker. And like I said, what's fun about them, this is the chisel nib, this is the brush nib. The brush nib is very, very close to the Copic brush nib. And the reason I took the little separator out is just to show that with the separators, you can actually, if you want, either use 2 brush nibs or 2 chisel nibs, or 1 brush nib, 1 chisel nib of 2 different colors, like if you're using a base color and a shading color. And there you go. All you gotta do is flip it around. And you don't have as much trouble as with the chameleon markers. Anyway, I shouldn't talk, I don't have chameleon markers. I have liners, which are drying up. Because I keep using them. And I can't find any place to buy them by the unit. Because Chameleon does not answer my emails. But yeah, while I still wouldn't recommend YOLO markers for beginners, personally, because they're a little hard to control, I do recommend them if you've got some some practice with alcohol markers. So yeah, we're just going to grab one of the cards real quick. Like most of the cards I just barely showed you guys, they were done with markers, with the marker airbrush, just because I really enjoy the texture I was getting. And it's a more even coverage than, it's not a focus coverage. There we go, there we got the texture. It's a more even coverage than when I just try to fill it in by hand. You know, grabbing the chisel nib and going quick, 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 quick. The only one that is different would be this one, because the background was not painted with markers, it was painted with actual paint. Using this, oh, the tank is still pretty full of air. If we compare, they're pretty even. Which was part of the sculpting. I think it was the Super Not Another Crap kit from something Muse kits. There we go. From Nerdy Crafter. Like I keep saying that this portable airbrush cost me $200 because the kit itself was $200. Now you got a lot of stuff in it, but I bought it specifically for the airbrush. I mean, yeah, I could have had a cheaper one and just had the airbrush, but then it wouldn't be this many colors, and you guys know I'm a slut for colors. And the splatter effect was done through a splatter tool that I would clip at the end of the paint airbrush, and now it looks like a pulled tooth with an infected root. Is 3D printed from the feel of, it has the texture of something that is 3D printed. It's something I got off of AliExpress too. Whenever you can save a buck, do it. Art is expensive. Water. So yeah, the reason I'm being like really fast and fleeting and hidey with those cards is because they are cards that were done for supporters of the Barbarian Queen Carrot Disc Kickstarter. And that's a whole other thing. The books are coming. The books, oh, believe you me, the books are coming. It's just that it's an adventure all in itself, and I'll leave it at that for now. Things happened, but the books are coming. It's just that right now, at this point, Lee is just waiting on me to mail him these cards that I finished yesterday. I was also supposed to sign a bunch of prints. Those are all signed. It surprisingly took me, like, not even 15 minutes. I mean, I had the... I had the pile. I don't have any close on hand. I put them away so I wouldn't forget them. I know where they are. Also, I am really, really close to getting that calligraphy pens test video. I finally found the sheets. Well, I found some sheets. The ones I thought I had found last time, they are huge. And the pens do not go that wide. So, we should have fun. Like I said, I'm not going to practice before I film. Purely for entertainment purposes. So now I'm going to move that up here. And move to the script. I posted a picture of a pigeon with the throat like captioned when I hold the sarcasm and snappy comebacks in a public setting, and at least 3 people replied with, yeah, that's you, yeah. The amount of time I have to confirm to people that yes, I am an ass. People don't believe me because I'm small and cute and adorable. I'm going to be 42 next month. Would you believe that? I would. And move that up here. And we are going to switch to the main screen and we are going to start on this work. You guys realize for the Smack Comics, I'm down to doing 5 pages. There are 5 pages left for me to do. They are, of course, early access for my followers on Patreon and Ko-fi, and even access to the whips, because I send a copy of each, the sketch, the ink, the flats, the sketch, the pencil, the inks, the flats to Gabe, so he can tell me if it's okay or not, or if he wants changes and stuff like that. Yeah, and then I post them on Patreon and Ko-fi for supporters. I also realized, because I was not getting any notifications on that, people were using my tip jar on DeviantArt. I had like $17 in tip jars. I was like, oh, so I just sent all that to... Oh, is my pretzel hiccuping again? It's frozen. Give me a second, guys. I don't hear the music. I programmed it so it goes straight through to you guys. So you guys got like even music. So no, I do not know when it bugs up. But I should be working now. Oh, right, I forgot I had done some stuff. I'm going to reformat real quick. Poink. And poink. There. So yeah, usually I prefer working with music and stuff like that. I have no music. I am sacrificing my music so you guys can have the music all nice and even. Also, I've been working on opening commissions on Ko-fi, finally. They're going to be digital for now. And I'm trying to get some money up. If I hear anybody say, why don't you apply to your jobs? Have you been on the internet recently? Anyway, who has the Ghostbusters license right now for comics? Dark Horse? I'm just saying, because I would be good at drawing a Ghostbusters story because I get ghosted by so many companies. Now, of course, I'm drawing myself how I felt, because when they actually answered the phone, I was like, yes, hello, my name is Shiro, and I live in this place, and like, I was super calm, no stuttering, because that's what I do when I panic, apparently. Gotta put my whole name, because I put my own name in the comic. I like to say, oh, I'm going to make myself sound cooler than I am. I was perfectly calm. No, I sounded perfectly calm. It was all an act. Autistic masking. Now, I don't know if I'm autistic. I know I'm ADHD, even if I'm not diagnosed. My mother has ADHD. Doctor told her that it was genetic. I am her clone. I came into the world through mitosis. So, clearly, if she has ADHD, I have ADHD. Autism, it's less sure, but it could be. I would need to get tested, but because I got ADHD, I keep forgetting about it, so yeah. And yeah, let's be honest. I was wearing unicorn slippers. Going to be 42 next month. Just gonna push myself a little further. There we go. Nah, man. Ah! When the double click isn't double clicking! Oh, we have 2 people. Hello, second person that showed up. Thank you for showing up. Welcome. I'm drawing my traumas! Sorry, had a sneeze. That's an OnlyFans tier. I'm kidding. I told pretty much all of the story, like in the last live stream, archives on YouTube. So you're free to listen to that. If not, enjoy having to read this across several weeks. Oof. I can laugh about it now because nothing bad happened, technically. And on the spot, oh boy. Then again, I'm generous. It's been a while, so those slippers haven't been this fluffy. You know when they make slippers out of memory foam and you walk on them every day and they just flatten? Fun fact, these were given to me. For those of you who know my mom, they will probably think, well, yeah, your mom likes to buy you stuff like that. Like, no, nobody paid for these. They were not stolen either. They were like stuff from a store that never sold. So they were assigned to be thrown out because they've been in the store for literal years. But then the guy in charge of the back store asked my mother if she wanted them. And she was like, I know exactly who's going to wear these. And this is the second time that I got something for free, just because they've been too long in the store. If I had a nickel every time that happened, I'd have 2 nickels, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's weird it happened twice, for 2 different stores. The other being a Mickey Mouse themed cheap iHome radio alarm. I still have it, of course, it's Mickey. I like me some Mickey. Do! Oh, jeez. Thank you, Annan. Well, see, this is the other reason why I put the music through to right through Streamlabs, So I can hear the sound effects when shit happens on stream, and there you go. This is why I'm on blood pressure meds. We are now up to 44% of our goal to get the book. If anybody's interested in a review, now's the time to say it. But once I get the book, I will read it and I will write a review. I might put a poll. You look just like you're drawing. Hi, Paul. Thank you for being here and giving me a heart attack. Surprisingly not in the top 10 of things that scared the shit out of me in my adult life. I am on edge all the time. I should be on specialty gummies. Oh, hell no. Like, I joke that I'm on edge, but like 90% of the time I am so mellow by default. Probably because I was on edge like 100% of the time as a kid. And now that I can relax, I will relax. Yeah, put that as my thumbnail. Oh, now we got 3 people. Hello, 3 people. That third people that just showed up, you missed something. You missed me being triggered by my own sound effects. Other than that, is everybody having a great day? I'm having a great day. I'm down to only 5 pages left to do for the current Smack story, The Fun and Dysfunctional. Hey folks, I got into an art show, and as Shiro knows, hi Coco, yes, 2 of her, 2, right? Of Coco's pieces were accepted into an art show, and if I'm not mistaken, one of those pieces involves a chihuahua, and I am 100% behind that. Who can resist chihuahuas? C'était un petit chihuahua qui allait d'une rue à l'autre. Chili, 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 chihuahua. Soudain, le petit chihuahua s'est mis à valser avec mon tibia. Fais pas ça, petit chihuahua. Chi-chi, chihuahua, chi-chi, chihuahua. And I am going to get content copyright warned by Zero Music. This is amazing to hear, Coco. Yeah, Coco, give them more details, and I'll read them out loud after I blow my nose because I am disgusting. I'm fucking with you guys. For the non-Quebecers, I was singing a little joke tune from François Pérusse, who is my favorite Quebec artist. Comedian / artist. Basically, the song plays as like waiting music when you're being put on hold, and the music keeps going as the guy on the phone keeps being asked if somebody answered to him, and he says no, and they say hold on, and then the song keeps going, and after a while the song says il est tombé dans le milieu de la rue, puis il roule au complet. So you got the image of the Chihuahua being flattened. The man has 14 albums out by now. He's had several decades of career on the radio. The man has had 4 TV shows. La série du peuple, Pérusité, Le Jour Nul, and then the sequel to The Jour Nul, but the name of that is slipping my mind, but he used the same characters. He's very funny. I think he's hilarious. Because, I mean, he's had, as for his albums, he's had l'album du peuple from 1 to 11, and then l'album Pirate, and then the 2 French albums. And when I say 2 French albums, I mean French from France with the completely different accent and everything. And everybody was named Thierry for some reason. That was his default French name. Thierry. So yeah, I love the guy. I have all the albums. And when he made DVDs of his TV shows, I got all of those too, so... Like, I love Weird Al. I don't have all of Weird Al's albums, but I got all of François Pérusse's albums. No shame! He's worth learning French for. Though in his later years has been a big fan of explaining his jokes. Like, I'm less fond of that because he used to do, like, rapid-fire jokes. And then you would catch them by listening to the albums over and over again. Like, I have jokes that I caught on after years and years of owning the album. But now he's like, he'll make a pun, and then he'll go, but wait, this word does not mean, and then he explains the joke. And that I am less fond of. But he's still funny. I still like him a lot. Do I still have the sweat drop pen? I don't know where it is. I used to have a sweat drop pen. I gotta look up where I put it. Ooh, and suddenly a cramp in my right foot. And it's gone. Now I do have a vein pen, but it wouldn't be funny here because it's a more realistic vein pen. I need my veins to be cartoony. Shiro, why do you have so many shortcut pens? Notice this is not a brace. That is the whole point. Knock on wood. But not too loud because the dog is under the desk and I don't want her to bark. I have yet to get carpal tunnel syndrome, and I would like to keep it that way. So that's why I talk a lot about using your elbow and your shoulder when working, and not your wrist. Give yourself a fighting chance. If you want to draw for a long time, you gotta take care of yourself. I've been trying more recipes from my Five Nights at Freddy's cookbook. I tried the pizza. I completely fucked up the crust. It's still very good, but the crust is really hard to work with, and I still got leftovers. I'm planning on trying to do the garlic twists with the leftovers. I'm not sure I'll be able to, because when I say that crust is tough, it's not tough to eat though, but because it's tough, it cooks not really brittle, but it's easy to chew. Well, not chew. It's easy to crack. It's kind of like a saltine, but it's all my fault, you know? I know exactly where I went wrong, and I know what to change if I try it again. I do know also that we got some frozen chicken somewhere, and I do want to try the fried chicken recipe. I want to try the churros, that's for sure. I just gotta find our cake stuff. Because as you know, when my dad puts something away, we will never see it again. Like literally, when I reach, like I knew where the pizza stone was. And when I reached in the second oven, because yes, we have a second oven, to grab the pizza stone, there were 2 cans on top of it. And what was in there? Stashed hidden food. Hidden cookies. Because my dad will stash cookies around the house like he's a fucking squirrel. Pretending like we constantly steal his food, but he constantly buys cookies that nobody else will eat. And then he'll eat our cookies, and then hide his cookies, and then complain there's no room in the house. Stop stashing cookies! You're not 16 people in the same house anymore. You can have your cookies out in the open. And stop buying 3,000 boxes of the same shitty cookies you won't even eat yourself. See, I told you I complained during the streams. If you're new here and you were doubting it because I said 90% of the time I'm chill, well, this is the 10% where I'm not. And you get to witness that. And now you understand why I'm on blood pressure meds. I got so frustrated, I'm a little dizzy right now. I'm gonna have a little water break. For the safety of what's left of my brain. I got some burger mix, so I was thinking of thawing out one of the burgers for supper tonight. Because I'm not gonna lie, it's a good burger. Nothing wrong with my dad's burger. And then my dad's burger is literally meat, salt, pepper. That's it. That is it. But when he cooks it, it is delicious. So delicious, I only eat it with ketchup and cheese because I don't want to miss out on the flavor of the burger. But when I cook burgers based on his recipe, they do not come out as good. So that's why I'm happy for the mix that I found in the FNAF cookbook. The Worcestershire. Worcester or Worcester? The Worcestershire. The woo sauce. Makes it like really juicy. Like drippy juicy. Like, yeah, that's how a burger should be juicy. And if anything, the only things that I don't put in it, that should be in it, but I decided not to use, would be the egg yolk, the binder. Because I was taught to pat my burger, okay? I don't know how you guys make hamburgers, but when I make hamburgers, like, I pat down that thing, okay? It does not lose its shape as I cook it. I was taught, you will put that burger in a submissive hold like this. And it's pretty hard for me because hard to tell, but I got tiny hands. I am a tiny person, which is why I damn near pissed myself when the cops showed up. Like, I talk a lot of shit, but in a fight, I will lose. I'm 5'2". I've got the weak little hands. I will not talk about my legs. Just saying, if I have a fighting chance, it's through these legs. I'm just saying, I used to bench press 300 pounds, and I'm tiny. But That's all I'll say about that. But I'm having less trouble cooking and I get more flavor out of the mix, is what I'm saying. And I tried to mix as meatballs because I couldn't try them as skewers because I couldn't find our skewers, probably because Dad put them away too. Like, I know we have a literal bag of skewers. Could I find it where I last saw it? Of course not. It's again a miracle he left the burger spatula in the house, because usually when he goes to work, he used to bring a lot of his own utensils, and that would include the burger spatula. The burger spatula has a story all to itself. Like, that thing followed him. If I'm not mistaken, it used to belong to his dad. Rip Grandpa Leonard. And it stayed in his mom's house, and then the house caught fire. There was an electric problem in the washing room. Hi, Filtrated Lion! I was just about to start on the story of my grandma's house burning down. My grandma was fine. And they saved as much stuff as they could, including some of Uncle's Ron's Penthouse magazines for some reason. Apparently that was important. But at least my grandma was fine. And one of the many things that they saved was my grandfather's spatula. And what my dad did, he scrubbed the soot off of it, and he's using it to this day. It survived a house fire. And it's got a wooden handle and everything. Like, the metal part, I don't say. The wooden handle, perfectly fine. And it makes good burgers. It is sturdy. Like, you would try and lift a car with that spatula. It's that sturdy. C'est en métal. Ça durait. Happy to see you, Filtrated Lion. We did manage to save a couple things. There was a that scared the firefighters. There were a lot of life-size decorative sculptures in that house. One of them was a life-size blonde Saint Bernard dog. And it didn't burn down. It got sooted, the paint was ruined, but the spatula was blessed by the fry cook gods. It was. Like, that spatula is from the 70s. You don't mess with that spatula. That is Mr. Spatula. It is an honor for me to get to wield it. That is a generational spatula. So, when the firefighters went in to try and see if, like, there was anything else to save, the fire was like going and stuff, but they had it under control and they were working on watering it down, basically. One of the firefighters went into the living room to try and see what he could save, and then he saw the dog in the flames and he was like, ah, the dog! Poor thing. I'm guessing he figured out it wasn't a real dog when he grabbed it. Because all he saw was a dog shape in black, so he thought he was saving a black dog. He didn't know it was a charred, blonde sculpture. I believe we still have that dog in one of the sheds, because my dad will save everything. They did manage to save, quote-unquote save, all three of my grandfather's accordions. There's a green one, a small red one, and a blue one. The blue one does have some damage, both fire damage and water damage. One of the key doesn't work. and it's stained and stuff like that. I don't know the damage about the other two. I barely saw the other two. I know they weren't wrecked, so yeah. But once again, glad my grandma was okay. My grandpa was already dead by then. Fuck cancer. That's how I came in possession of the spatula. Ah. Spatula City, we sell spatulas. And that's all. I don't know what label Weird Al works under. Copyright claim! Like, I know in the original, I didn't draw the paws in front of the unicorns because I forgot they had paws. This was drawn like the day I had very little sleep. Correct line width, narrow. Gonna take the nail off of this. It's making me think as when I was showing Mom how to change the nails on my hand model that I had just got, my plastic hand model, that I lovingly baptized Francesco because I name all my anatomical models. And literally, to change the nails, it's exactly what you think. You snap the nail off and then you pop in the other one. Mom was like, ah, stop that. Poor Mom. Well, she should have learned her lesson. When you're a gremlin, you don't make more gremlins. Sometime this week I need to, like, I have a Google Sheets of my, that I use to write down my Christmas list. And it feels more selfish than it needs to be because I figure just put down whatever I want. She'll pick whatever she can afford. But I know damn well she's gonna try to buy the whole thing. And like, I put Amazon links just to make sure that I get exactly what I asked for because I don't want her to waste money on stuff I will not use. We all remember the Parmesan smelling metallic paints that I tried to use once, sometimes early this year, I believe, and I've had them for a couple years. Or when she bought me the glass pen with the ink set that I literally threw away the inks a couple days later because I couldn't do jack shit with them. Because they were like so watery and like they had glitter in them. But it wasn't mica, it was literally glitter, and it was too heavy so it wouldn't be picked up by either a brush or a pen. I did keep the pen. The pen is real pretty and works well, but the ink itself, it was terrible. And I have like a whole box. It's over here, dumbass. I have a whole box of airbrush paints that I have yet to use. That I did not ask for. Because I know I don't airbrush that often. She means well, but I, like, don't... If you gotta spend a lot of money on me, make sure it's something that I know I'm going to use. And, like, yeah, I do put video games on my Christmas list still. Because I know I will use these video games. And with modern consoles, I know I'll use these video games at least 3 times in a row. Because usually you play a video game, then you give it a little break, and then you play again. I like to play them 3 times in a row. Once in English, once in French, once in Spanish. If it's a remake of a game I've already played, then it's going to be the Spanish versions first. To practice my Spanish. Oh yeah, I'm still on my Spanish bullshit. I still want to learn that language. Like, I am learning it. Like, most of my lessons now, it's like 100%, 100%, 100%, no mistake, no mistake, no mistake. It's just like my dad. Spanish coming in, no problem. I can read it like, oh, clear, clear, super clear. Speaking it, oh, God. It's like all my Spanish leaves my head when I'm trying to think of something to say in Spanish. I don't let that discourage me, though. One day the Spanish will come out, as well as it goes in. El español está dentro, pero necesitas ser afuera. Oh, is that a copyright infringement claim from the entire country of Mexico? Okay, I may be a little salty about the copyright thing because recently, because I always check my live streams periodically for copyright claims, and a recent live stream got 3 of them. 3 copyright claims for 3 different songs. You guys, I am paying a fucking fortune to Pretzel.rocks to keep the chiptune channel, which is the only channel I use. And I keep it on YouTube safe mode. So whenever I get a copyright claim, I tell them, because guys, I am literally paying you guys to use this music. Get off my ass! So now I got 3 pending disputes. And since they're still pending, I'm kind of expecting the dispute to time out and give me reason. Because they don't care. They give no fucks. And yes, I do understand every time I file a dispute, I risk losing my YouTube channel. And all the archived videos, because I delete the videos. I'm trying to keep as much room on my Mac as possible for art. But at the same time, I pay a frickin' fortune. It's a yearly subscription and it's expensive. Because they put the channel I use behind a paywall. Because if I don't pay that license, I get like 3 chiptune songs and that's it. So yeah, I'm kind of salty about copyright claims. Speaking of copyright claims, I did not file one because we encourage that shit, but I recently found that somebody had made a fan dub of Driven Miss Daisy. I didn't listen to it yet. But I did write in the comment where the creators contacted about this. And one of their fans, because they did not reply to me yet, because they're pussies apparently. I mean, I'm 5'2". Said, I'm sure the creators don't mind, it's a fan dub. And I'm like, I'm McCarthy it out. Because we actually do encourage fan dubs, we just want to know about them. Like, what are you hiding for? And then I'm like, I'm not implying that they're in trouble, because they're not. But I didn't say that because they're not part. But like, I know for a fact the creators of this comic series love to know about fan dubs. And that fan came back, oh, I'm sure they were contacted. And I'm like, I can fucking guarantee you they were not. I mean, I have it on good authority that you're bullshitting me. I mean, they know now, but, at least the artist knows now. So I'm probably going to hit them up again. I believe I had made it clear that I'm a dick, so... You're still not in trouble. I'm just saying. If you do fan art, tell me! I don't care what Toei says. Fan art is not illegal. Especially when you're doing it for free. I mean, they went through the trouble of doing a fan dub of Driven Miss Daisy. That means they enjoyed it. It's rather rare to see people put a team together to hate dub a comic, as far as I know. And like, unlike that other dubber, which we will not name, this one actually bothered to link back to the comic. So they're even less in trouble than they already were. Like, they're in negative trouble at this point. It was already funny how much nut trouble there already were. Then to have one of their fans step in to defend them wrongly with lies. I'm going to hell. I've already made peace with my gods. I'm going to hell. Like, do I love fan art? I love fan art. Like, if I'm lucky, sometimes I get some for my birthday. And then I spend the day like, yay! And I'm happy. Somebody thought about me for my birthday and put a lot of effort in something for me, and I appreciate that. Because let's be honest, I friggin' suck. I forget everything. I had to look at the back of my phone for a little bit. Because I keep forgetting my phone is like one of the default colors, gold, because the minute I get a new phone, I slap a cover on that. Like, what color do you want your phone? I don't know what's the cheapest color. I mean, you could have it any color you want. If I'm going to change my phone eventually, it doesn't really bother, does it? Plus, I know I am going to slap a cover on that, so yeah, just give me the brown one with the brown stripes, with a 3D print of a Teletubby on it, with vroom vroom pee pee vroom vroom written on the side in sports lettering. That's another François Pavas joke. Get on my level, people! Yeah, Shiro is really annoying about that whole being from Quebec thing. Yeah, and I will never stop. Never stop, never stop. Yeah, fun fact, only my left unicorn slipper has pink strings. Strinks. Yes, strinks. Streaks in it. I'm checking I colored everything. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. I'm just gonna put the backgrounds real quick, and then I'm going to properly letter the comic, and we'll be done for today. Thanks for a great show, Shiro. Your comic looks awesome today. Thank you, Paul. Always appreciated. Even when I don't sound like it because I'm very whiny, it's always appreciated. What am I doing? That's not what I wanted. And take out the roundness of corners. And put in the color I want. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Now we can use the round speech bubbles because I'm actually talking. Now, it's not like I waited a lot when they put me on hold twice. Like, it was very, very, very short pauses. But it's still weird to call 911 and being put on hold. Like, hold on being stabbed, ma'am. I just need to check something. Yeah, I think we're good. Let me open the previous one. I'm gonna do something. You gotta make it look realistic, so... There! Now it's realistic to what happened. Let's see if I can change that little bit of dialogue. Now we're good. Now we're done. Now we can go to the end stream. And we just had a fourth person joining us, but we are at the end of the stream. We are done. And of course, as with every end of live stream, we gotta give extra special caramel drizzle gold flecked rainbow sprinkled chocolate syrup thanks to our supporters globally, whether on Patreon, Ko-fi, Divine Art, however it's pronounced. Amber B, Polke, Misenovis, Sir E, Othered, Carl Bloke, Takashi Kanako, Badat Multiplayers, and Supreme Crimson Leader. Your continued support is immensely appreciated. Even all the anonymous people that also keep helping with the tip jars and stuff like that. Thank you so much. Next live stream, of course, going to be next Sunday on the 18th, if all goes well, because that weekend there's going to be the vintage car show, and I like going to the vintage car show, and my sister is supposed to come with me, and how much you're going to bet that she's going to schedule it for Sunday instead of Saturday. But anyway, if all goes well, normally next live stream is going to be on Sunday the 18th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's my time, not your time. Maybe your time. I don't know you. I don't know your life. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. I love fun drawing it. And I'll see you guys next week. I love you all. And bye-bye.